Hi guys, welcome to Q&A with Amy. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Mine went fantastic. I've been playing a lot of golf lately because, the weather is cooling down. I love it. Here in LA, it's beautiful to play golf. Also trying to edit a lot and create more content for you guys. Speaking of content, guys, what would you like to see more of? Let me know. I'll make contents for you. I know right now it's a lot of lessons, a lot of playing golf, and just started doing yoga and some Q&A stuff. Last week in the Q&A, I did it in front of my blue screen and I didn't like it as much. So I'm doing it in the same setting, except today, I guess is the only day I'm shooting during the day. So you can kind of see through my blinders. Guys, don't try and guess where I live and stuff. But anyways, so today's Q&A is on the Strike Irons Pure. That's last week's lesson. I got quite a bit of questions. Thanks guys for that. We'll start with the first one from Hawaii. Thanks Mel for the question. Mel actually gave me a very long, I don't think I'll be able to read the whole entire thing, but the main point is that, is the leg health through impact and to the finish? So she does the drill, which you start from like 8 o'clock position and chip through with the noodle behind the ball. But when she does the full swing, she casts between 8 o'clock and 7 o'clock. It's a very good question, Mel, actually. So if you look at the PGA Tour players or the LPGA Tour players, they lag beautifully, but their lags naturally release before impact. And that usually happens right between 7 o'clock and 6 o'clock to, follow through, create club head speed, and release that toe. It's really hard if you try and hold the leg the whole entire time. So it does release between 7 and 6, but you said yours released right between 8 and 7. So we need to work on it a little bit more so you maintain that lag until like you hit that 7 o'clock. So I suggest you do that noodle drill quite a bit more. That's going to exaggerate, that drill is just to exaggerate the lagging sensation. So in the full swing, eventually, even without you having to think about it, it'll come out beautifully and you'll be releasing about the same point as the tour players. Mel, it sounds like you're doing really great. Keep up the good work and let me know how that goes. Next question. My friend's irons are all same length and very short. Why is that? So distance wise, if your irons are all the same distances and you're hitting it short, usually it's because you're lacking club head speed, ball speed, or both, or you're too tense in the arms and you're creating power with your arms. So think of it like this. A pitcher, they're throwing a baseball, boom. But if they're only using the arm to throw the baseball, it's going to be a very weak pitch. You guys agree with that, right? Pitchers usually use the whole entire body to throw the ball. That's basically what you need to do with the golf swing as well. You need to use the body to create power, not just arms. Tension in the arms, creating power with the arms is going to result in the ball diving instead of piercing through. So the diving is going to cut the distance and also make all the irons go same length because of the poor flight. So relax your arms and use your body. You can come to mpswing.com. They have Cortex series in there, which is going to emphasize on using the body correctly. Or you can watch over my beginner series. Even if you're not a beginner, just check your grip to make sure you're, gripping correctly to relax any unnecessary tension and work on the body movement. Next question. My middle iron goes straight, but my long irons tend to push to the right. Another great question. So usually with the longer iron misses, it's because you're not used to hitting long irons a lot. So your body is not quite adjusting to that length of the club and that timing of the release. So I would suggest to practice your long irons more to just get familiar with the length of the club, and also watch my post-impact golf lesson, because if that's happening, that means you don't have like a lot of control over your impact and post-impact area. So if you are able to release that toe correctly, then you'll be able to control that with any length club. So practice a lot, watch my post-impact video. SH Son 6, thanks for the question. So he's compressing great. Hits it really far. 7 iron goes about 165 yard carry, but his launch angle is about 14 degrees. So he says his ball flight is pretty low. So he's very worried about that. If you're worried about the low flight and it's bothering your play, then I would suggest to check your equipment. It could be that the club face loft was altered, or it could be the stiffness of the shaft. If you have too strong of a shaft or too heavy of a shaft, it'll tend to push the ball lower. Check out your impact position. If you're too bowed, you're de-lofting too much. I haven't seen your swing, so it's hard to say, but I myself actually hit it fairly low. I grew up learning golf in New Zealand, which is a very windy place. So I do really well in the wind. But when I moved to the States, now there's elevated greens and you have to carry it a lot longer, etc., etc. So I actually learned to hit it higher. But since I've played with lower ball flight all my life, I had trouble controlling the ball flight when I was launching it higher. So I went back to lower ball flight actually. But what happens is I know how to shape shots. I know how to hit high cuts, high fades, or scooping to just give it more height and make the ball stop fast. So when I have issues with elevated greens or super high uphill lies, then I can shape shots. So I would suggest you to check your equipment, check your impact area, and then learn to shape shots. It's really going to help you. You might gain 2 degrees and be happy with your ball flight, but you might be the same case as me, may not be happy with how well you control your ball flight. Yeah, so these are my suggestions. I hope it helps out. Let me know how it goes. Larry, thanks for the question. I'm fighting chicken wing on my irons and losing distance. Do you have a drill to help? Thank you, great lessons. Thank you, Larry. So you can use a water bottle or balls like this between your forearms, between your wrists, and hit. It's really going to help you to not lose your elbows so they don't fly apart. Those are really good. Empty water bottles are fine too. Okay, female golfer gave me a question. I've seen a lot of down below golf lessons and I try to make a divot in front of the golf ball, but I'm not able to do it. I've been playing golf for 15 years, but I have not been successful with making the divot in front of the golf ball. So with the iron shots, you're supposed to hit down below into it. Really excellent question. First of all, yes, irons are all down below, but with the longer irons, obviously you'll not make as thick, as deep of a divot compared to short irons. It'll be shallower divot or maybe just a scuff mark. But divot in front of the ball is always a really good thing. When you power through with the arms and you're not quite strong with the arms, you tend to pick at the golf ball more, because if you're using arms and make a divot, you can hurt yourself and also lose a lot of power. So a lot of people that are weak and use arms tend to kind of pick at the golf ball. Once again, I haven't seen your swing, so it's hard to say. Go ahead and go to npswing.com and you can sign up to enter for the private lesson giveaway. Or if you're not using your body enough, you're not shifting well enough, then now you're not set up to hit down on the golf ball and make a divot, right? I don't pay too much attention to divots. I just at least want you to make scuff marks in front of the golf ball. So if you do that noodle drill, it's really going to help you. One more question. Okay, so after impact in the follow through, my body kind of bends backwards. Why is that? So that would be called reverse pivoting. I do have lessons on that. It's really going to thoroughly explain it to you, but it's usually one of the two or both. If you reverse pivot in the backswing, instead of turning correctly, you reverse pivot, then downswing, you're forced to reverse pivot again. So check your backswing. Or if you're using your arms to help up at the golf ball in the through swing instead of body through. Through swing this way is going to promote the reverse pivot as well. Check your backswing, see if you're reverse pivoting there, and then check your follow through, see if your arms are trying to help up on it or if you're hitting down and following through correctly. Let me know. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna have to stop there. Thank you guys for all the great questions. Let me know if you have any more questions on those. A lot of you guys that mentioned your golf swing, if you want me to check it out, please enter the private lesson giveaway on npswing.com. This week I have a lot of neat videos lined up. Actually, I have a video for the private lesson giveaway, so look forward to that. My golf fitness and weekend golf with Aimee coming up. Thanks for watching. You guys have a beautiful week and see you soon in the next video. Mwah. If you're interested in taking a private online lesson with me, or you want to learn more about the core deck swing, please come to mpswing.com. See you there.